Hello, how are you all doing? Now, there's been a lot of coverage just lately. There's a lot of articles out there referring to a large planet out in the Oort cloud that's not been seen, but it's been detected. Now, who knows what the truth is? Who knows whether it's been seen or not? They're not going to tell us everything, but they've decided that it's time for us to be aware that there could be a large planet 4 times the size of Jupiter out in the Oort cloud, which is what, 50 billion miles away? Which isn't that far really. It's within our sun's gravitational field. It's within our solar system, but it's about as far out there within our solar system as you can get. Now, this is not new news. I remember, and I was young at the time, but it's back in the 80s, there was the same news, and they referred to it as Planet X. Now, they're not going to use Planet X nowadays because Planet X is a bit taboo. Anyone who mentions Planet X is a bit of a fruitcake, one of these YouTubers, conspiracy theorists or whatever. They've done great at all this psyops, trying to poo-poo everyone who thinks that there's anything slightly wrong with the world. Okay, so Planet X is not a term that the mainstream are using anymore, but they did use that term at one point, and I want to refer you back to the old times, back in the 80s, okay, just to show that this is not new news. Now they're calling it Tyche, and we're talking about a very, very, very large planet. Okay, now you can read in the link below, click on it, you can read this article, but Google and look at other articles, there's all kinds here. Okay, but they're acknowledging that there is something out there just yet to be discovered because it's so far away, so it can't be seen. Okay, but why are they bringing this up? Is it that we will see it in the near future? Probably time to bring it up. I mean, okay, let's just remember, right, all what's happened this past while. We're experiencing a pole shift. Now we know that because many many airports have had to realign their runways to account for a magnetic pole shift. The magnetic North Pole has moved. There's been the moon tilt. There's been the dead birds, the dead fish. There's been the dead animals, many kinds of animals, randomly dying all over the world. We've got methane gas, smells of methane gas all over the world. We've got cracks appearing in different parts of the world. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, a lot of crazy stuff. Increases of earthquakes, increases of volcano activity. The magnitude of this activity is increased. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on, and something has to be the cause of it. What can be the cause of it? I'm not saying it's this planet way out there in the Oort cloud, but it could be. It's a possibility. Okay, but this is the point of my video. Let's go back to the old times, alright? Now the link's in the description below. I remember personally witnessing this on the mainstream back in the 80s, and here's a bit of an archive of the articles and the references to where it's talked about. Okay, it's all here. I want to just read you one. Now, Planet X was initially suspected when there was perturbations in the orbits of the outer planets. There was some kind of gravitational influence out there besides our sun that was causing perturbations. So they sent up Iris, and they found something, and then what happened is they stopped talking about it. It just went silent. No more coverage on it, no more talk about it. A bit like the dead birds and fish now, isn't it? I mean, do you remember the first few days of January? It was all on the news, and then they just stopped talking about it. But did they stop dying? No. There's still reports to this day of animals just randomly dropping dead. But, they'll talk about what they want to talk about. Okay, now, US News Report. US News World Report, I beg your pardon. September 10th, 1984. Planet X, is it really out there? Shrouded from the sun's light, mysteriously tugging at the orbits of Uranus and Neptune, is an unseen force that astronomers suspect may be Planet X, a 10th resident of the Earth's celestial neighborhood. Last year, the infrared astronomical satellite, circling in a polar orbit 360 miles from the Earth, detected heat from an object about 50 billion miles away. That is now the subject of intense speculation. Quote, "All I can say is that we don't know what it is yet," says Jerry Nugesburg something. I apologise, I can't pronounce that. Anyway, he's the director of the Palomar Observatory for the California Institute of Technology, and scientists are hopeful that the one-way journeys of the Pioneer 10 and 11 space probes may help to locate the nameless body. Now, the ancients talked of a 10th planet, or in the ancient Sumerian text it was the 12th planet because they counted the sun and the moon. Okay, but it's just rather relevant to bring that up. And anyway, on this website, and the link is below, we've got all these references all around the same time, between sort of 81 and 83, and it stopped, and now suddenly they're talking about it again. Why are they? Maybe we're going to see it in our skies soon. I don't know. And that's it for now.